Back on the SportsMax zone, Rafael Nadal fought through injury to come from behind to beat American Taylor Fritz and reach the Wimbledon semi-finals. The Spaniard, who had a medical timeout at the end of the second set and struggled with his movement for long spells, won in 5 sets, 3-6, 7-5, 3-6, 7-5, 7-6, 10-4. It keeps Nadal's bid for a calendar Grand Slam on track and sets up a semi-final against Nick Kyrgios.
Just explain to us how you did that.
Well, I don't know. I honestly enjoy a lot playing this kind of matches in front of all of you guys. I can't thank you, everybody, enough for the support. Yeah, well, it's obvious that have been a tough afternoon against a great player. So all the credit to Taylor that he's playing great during the whole season. For my personal side, was not an easy match at all. So just very happy to be in that semi-finals. No, yeah, that's all.
You had us worried for a moment when you went off, and we thought you were so badly injured whether you might even finish the match. How's the body feeling now?
Well, the body in general fine. Of course, in the abdominal, something is not going well, not being honest. So, yeah, I had to find a way to serve a little bit different. Yeah, for a lot of moments I was thinking maybe I will not be able to finish the match, but I don't know, the court, the energy is something else, so yeah, thanks for that.
Earlier in the day, Nick Kyrgios reached his first Grand Slam singles semi-final with a straight set success over Chile's Cristian Garin. Kyrgios won 6-4, 6-3, 7-6, 7-5 to become the first Australian man since 2005 to reach the last 4 at Wimbledon.
I just never thought I'd be at a semi-final of a Grand Slam. Honestly, I thought my ship had sailed. Obviously, you know, I didn't go about things great earlier in my career and may have wasted that little window. But, you know, just I'm really proud of the way that I've just come back out here and with my team, and just to be able to put on a performance. I don't have a coach. I would never put that burden on someone. Each and every one of my team plays a very important role. I feel like no one knows my tennis better than I do. You know, I've been playing this sport since I was 7, and to the semi-final of a Grand Slam, I'm pretty happy.
On the women's side, former champion Simona Halep's revival continued as she reached the Wimbledon semi-finals with another rapid win over American Amanda Anisimova. The Romanian considered quitting last year because of injury, but the 2019 champion is now one more win from another final. Halep beat Anisimova 6-2, 6-4 in 1 hour and 3 minutes. The two-time Grand Slam champion will play Kazakhstan's Elina Rybakina, who beat Australia's Ajla Tomljanovic. Rybakina sealed her place in the last 4 shortly after Halep fighting back to earn a 4-6, 6-2, 6-3 win over unseeded Tomljanovic. So, Lance, we'll start with the men because what we saw from Rafa Nadal to reach to the semi-final, you know, a lot of pain, a lot of hurdles, but this man, and I've said it at the top of the show, has proven that injury is just a word.
Yeah, you know what? Rafa is very hard to put a ceiling on. He is such a rugged kind of player that his game takes a lot of toll on his body physically. And he's never been as potent on grass as, of course, he is on clay. Only 2 Wimbledon titles before now. But based on his current form and, you know, what he's been able to do in the past year, you can never write him off. I know Novak is likely to be better now than he was 3 or 4 months ago, because he did have a period when he wasn't allowed to play in the Australian Open and so on. So he wasn't at his best for the French Open, Djokovic. But you know, the likelihood is that Djokovic should be better than Nadal for Wimbledon here in this summer. But again, Rafa is the kind of player you don't put a ceiling on.
No, at all. And, you know, now that we've spoken about Rafa Nadal, we heard from Nick Kyrgios as well. Kyrgios, one, I was very astonished by the fact that, you know, he believes in himself so much that he doesn't really have a coach. He says, who knows his game better than himself? Yeah. And, you know, Kyrgios as well has had a very up and down career. You know, he himself said that he thought that if his ship had sailed. So what do you think Kyrgios' chances are?
A very talented player, very gifted, naturally gifted player. You know, he has had some behavioral issues and so on in the past. Alex Jordan, who sat in the chair where you have been sitting for a few years, had always said that she thinks that if he settles down and applies himself, he's a potential Grand Slam winner. And there are a few people that would agree with that because he does technically have a good game. His issue, as I said, has been behavioral and a bit mental as well, because he's very high-strung and he's very temperamental. You know, he gets angry and loses his focus at times when he needs to steady himself and focus on his game. But he has a lot of natural ability. I wouldn't pick him to beat Nadal, though, when they meet.
Yeah, do you remember in 2019 when he beat Nadal, and, you know, Nadal came out and spoke about Kyrgios' disrespect for the game and the fact that he was taking so long to serve. Do you feel like that incident, because 2019 was right there, yes. Do you feel like that would have an impact or just be in the back of the minds of these players?
Of course it will. Players don't forget these things.
No.
Players don't forget these things, and I think it will be an epic aspect to this clash. And Nadal wants to put Kyrgios in his place.
Yeah. Now on the women's side, you know, we spoke about Simona Halep's revival. She's also into the semi-finals. Do you have a lot of time for her?
Well, Simona has struggled in the last couple of years, but she has won Wimbledon before. And Wimbledon is a special place. A lot of the top tennis players in the world will tell you that of all the Grand Slam events, there's a special feeling about Wimbledon and being on the grass courts of this London event. Halep appears to be getting her game together at the right time, so I would think she has a shot.
Does she have the edge?
It's hard to look past Iga Swiatek because she has been, without question, the best player on the women's circuit now for several months. I would take Swiatek, yes, but Simona has a lot of experience and a lot of know-how, and her Grand Slam acumen is well documented. I don't think she'll win, but she appears ready to go a far way in the championship.
All right. So she'll be playing Elina Rybakina in the semi-final. Call that one for me.
Halep.
Yeah.
Oh, Swiatek was beaten, was she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Swiatek was beaten.
You have so much time for Swiatek that you forgot.
Yeah. I would take Halep, though. I'd take Halep to win that semi-final, right. And with Swiatek out, maybe the coast is clear for Simona now.
I agree. And with the men, I know you spoke glowingly about Rafa Nadal. You also said some good things about Nick Kyrgios, so I'm not too sure as to who you're carrying for that one.
My heart says Rafa, but my head says Djokovic. So Novak.
All right.
Yeah, if I was going to bet, I would take Novak, yeah.
All right, well, what we do know is, you know, the tennis is setting up to be a very riveting one. And based on, you know, my experience covering tennis, today you can be the best and tomorrow there can be a massive upset and we have a new winner. On that note, we head to break. We'll be right back.